Good morning. We're on a little journey today. We're going to the Notre Dame Cemetery in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And we're going to be looking for a grave that we're going to clean the stone on. And that is going to be of an Anthony Ferrucci.
In 700 is on your right, Notre Dame Cemetery. Turn left. Proceed to the route.
Just a second. Sorry about that. So we're going to go, we're looking for the grave of an Anthony Ferrucci. And we're going to clean the headstone of Anthony. And I'll tell you more why when we find him. Now, supposedly, I go to the back of the cemetery, straight to the back. And somewhere along the fence line, I'm going to find this grave. Now, my impression of the cemetery right off the bat is it's looks like a very well laid out, easy to find cemetery. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to go right or left here, so I'm going to stop by going right, and we're going to just keep an eye out for this particular marker. So what I'll do is I'm just going to pause the video while I try to find it, okay? Now, I don't know if it's on the right or the left-hand side, so I am going to actually be back with you once I locate the grave. Thank you. It's like I was mentioning before, today I'm in the Notre Dame Cemetery in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. We're looking for the grave of Anthony Ferrucci. Now, I just got out of the office of the cemetery because I was driving around and couldn't find the grave. And I found some information out. It is along the back fence line, not too far probably from this chapel up here on the left-hand side. Now, the grave contains the remains of Anthony Ferrucci and his aunt, Maxine Johnson. Now, Maxine, from what the office told me, she bought the grave back in 1967. So that's some information that we do have. So I'm going to come around this corner and going to give a good scouring for the grave this time, because now I know where we should find it. It's just a matter of getting eyes on it. So I will update you when I do find it. Stay tuned. Well, after doing a bunch of research and had gone to the office, and they gave me a little diagram as far as where the grave might be. Happened to be section E, lot 432. So I did find the grave, so let's get out and get set up. I'm going to get set up here and to clean it, and I'll put the camera back on. Okay, so having found the grave here, we have a marker of Ferrucci, and we have Anthony, which is buried here. Now, Anthony was born in 1964, and he passed away in 1967. From what I understand, it was a very violent death. And the individual that caused that death ended up going to prison. And then there's a Philip Ferrucci, who was buried here in 1969. Looks like he might have been an infant, or at least less than a year old. And then there's Maxine Bubar Johnson, who was born in 1927, and she passed away in 1982. Now, from what I understand from the office at the cemetery was that Maxine purchased this grave site in 1967. So I'm not exactly sure why, because the dates don't, the date jives with Anthony. So his aunt Maxine, which was my father's first husband, who had a baby, Howard Johnson, that died a couple of weeks ago. I took it to his grave site. So I'm going to get out my wet and forget. We're going to spray this down. And as a respect for these individuals that laid to rest here, the least that we can do, or I can do, is clean their grave. So stay tuned for a second. It's a really cold day today. Right now it's 36 degrees, and honestly we're in Rhode Island, in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and so all these people here are resting in peace. We mean no disrespect by coming here, but just merely wanted to clean. There's quite a bit of lichen all over this grave here, but I thank the people of the cemetery to help me find it. Now I'll check up on this grave next year at some point, and we'll take a look at how it's doing now that I know where it is, know where I can find it. And it should look a little different, not a lot different next year. Now, the people in the office here at Notre Dame Cemetery in Pawtucket, very, very helpful in finding this. There's a lot of moss on this, a lot of lichen, a lot of just age and patina. So I'm not trying to remove, I'm not trying to destroy the quality of the stone. We're just trying to clean it up a little bit. I give it a good soaking here. Obviously it's never been cleaned. It's 1967. So once you spray it, it is kind of hard to read the stone, but we've got a good look at it beforehand. So I'm going to put my spray away and then I'll be right back. What I'm going to do here too, might think it's a bit unusual, but I'm going to take a little bit of dirt from in front of the grave. Not much, just a little bit. I'm going to put it in a bucket. Now what my intent is, I'm going to save this dirt in this bucket here from Maxine's grave. And then I'll end up swinging by my stepbrother's grave. And I'm going to take a spoonful or a little spade full of dirt from that. Then I'm going to mix them together. And then I'm going to come back to the Notre Dame Cemetery and I'm going to put the dirt back here and then go to my stepbrother's cemetery and I'll put the dirt there because his mother is buried here in Pawtucket and her son, who died when he was I don't know, 9 or 10 months old, is buried without her in Providence. And because of that, she never got to see him. When she was supposed to be buried with him, but he wasn't. So I came out here and did this today. So God bless all the people that rest here, and that's the least we can do for them. Thank you. So that's it from the Notre Dame Cemetery, and we're going to head on out of here, and then when I get out to the main road, I'm going to shut the video off, and I'll pick you up at some point in the future. But thanks for taking a ride along today on my journey to find this. It's something I've wanted to do now for the last year, but never got the chance to do so today. Ended up being the perfect day for it, even though it was very cold. And I want to thank the people here at the office of the Notre Dame Cemetery, which helped me find this location today. Oddly enough, I had driven right by it, and I had been doing a bunch of searching on my own when I ended up coming across the office, and they have an old index card system, and the only way they could find the grave, fortunately, was that Maxine was buried there in 1982, and they list the graves by the owner of the grave, and in this particular case, Maxine had bought the grave again in 1967, so obviously she bought the grave for the death of her nephew, Anthony Ferrucci. So I'm leaving the Notre Dame Cemetery. I want you to thank you for coming on this ride along with me, and have a great day.